Imagine with me that you're living in Rome. Okay, you're living in Rome, and the year is 258. Your name is Lawrence. And the Pope has just chosen you to be one of his special 7 guys, okay? You're one of his deacons. This is a very special task because they're given huge responsibility. And so you've just been assigned all of the church's treasure. So you're given all the money, all the assets, all the resources of the church, and you have responsibility of it. So you get to choose what you want to do with it all. And it's a really hard time right now in 258 because Emperor Valerian, he hates the Catholic Church. He wants to destroy the Catholic Church. And one day you get a knock on the door, and it's a Roman prefect. He's got a squad of soldiers, and he says he's got a bill saying that you have to surrender all of the church's treasure. And you have 3 days to give up all of the church's treasure, or else you're going to die. So what would you do? What would you do if you had 3 days? Maybe you would try to pay off the prefect or run away for safety. What would you do in those 3 days? St. Lawrence, what he did is he sold all of the church's assets, imagine like the golden candlesticks, chalices, paintings, and all that. And he gave all of the money to the poor, the orphans, the widows throughout Rome. And then he went to the Roman prefect and he said, I present to you the church's treasure. And he allowed all of the poor, the orphans, and the widows to walk into the palace. Imagine what that would have been like. The prefect was so furious at what he had done that they were going to persecute him and martyr him in the most cruel way ever. Does anyone know how it happened? It got St. Lawrence to be the patron saint of cooks. He's the patron saint of cooks. Okay, so they have a gridiron. Imagine like a huge barbecue. Okay, with coals underneath. They lit it, and then they put Lawrence on top of the huge gridiron barbecue. And Lawrence did not allow this to make him sad in any way. He was so happy to give his entire life to God that his famous quote is, he told the prefect after he was put on the gridiron and they were cooking him alive, he said, I'm done on this side, you can turn me over now. Imagine that. Lawrence gave his entire life for other people. And we heard in today's first reading, God loves a cheerful giver. And in each one of your lives, you could be a giver or a taker. If you're a taker, everything's about you. Life's about me, myself, and I, and happiness, you're trying to take things to get happy in life. But St. Lawrence is a giver. He was entirely focused on making life happy and joyful for other people. So he not only gave the church's treasure to other people, to the poor, the orphans, and the widows, but he gave his own life to God completely. And he continues to inspire so many people today. And in each one of the lives of all of us here, we can be givers or takers. And if you want to be truly happy in life, which one should you be? Giver. One of the secrets of life is if you try to make life joyful and happy for other people, you will discover true happiness yourself. To give, rather than take. And you'll start to see that, boys, throughout this camp. Why do you think Patrick's so happy? Because he's someone who constantly gives to you guys. And you'll realize that when you capture people who are really happy in life, they're not takers, they're givers. So let's be inspired by the example of St. Lawrence today. And Jesus, what do you think Jesus is about to do? He's about to give himself entirely to each one of you in Holy Communion. So let's ask, if we want to be really happy in life, not to be takers, but let's be givers.